So late last year, Nintendo released a brand new app onto mobile devices, and that was Nintendo Music. If you have a Nintendo Switch subscription, you can access this app. You can sign in and use this app on mobile devices. It's basically a music app, and it's a lot like Spotify, but for Nintendo Music. It's quite cool. Lots of Nintendo fans have been wanting this for a very, very long time, so it was great to see Nintendo add this to mobile devices, as before you couldn't really, have a normal way of accessing like Nintendo Music. There was no way of hearing Nintendo Music on like Spotify or YouTube officially. I mean, people did it unofficially, but there's no way of hearing it officially from Nintendo. I mean, the Switch has never had like Spotify at all or Netflix, and that was really weird, but I realised it probably didn't have Spotify based on like how powerful the Switch 1 was. Obviously the Switch 1 isn't very powerful anymore. I mean, especially by today's standards, the Switch 1 isn't very powerful. So, I mean, trying to run a game like, Fortnite or Smash Bros, or definitely something like Tears of the Kingdom, also running Spotify as well, might cause the Switch to, lag or not run very smooth. I feel like that's why it never came to the Nintendo Switch 1. Because, if you're going to have a music app on a games console, you're going to want to play the games while listening to the music, do you know what I mean? So that's why, I feel like it never came to Switch 1, because the Switch couldn't quite run the music app and also, play a game at the same time. However, we have just had the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2, and could the Switch 2 be more powerful to, run this kind of thing? I mean, I feel like it is pretty possible, because these things like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One, they came out like 10 years ago. They was a part of the 8th generation, and they could run Spotify in the background while also running a game. And we don't know the true power of the Switch 2 yet, but it is rumoured to be more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One, being a like PS4 Pro sort of level. So yeah, I mean, the Switch 2, in my opinion, I feel like it is more than powerful to be able to play music in the background, and I feel like that's something we should hopefully see with the launch of Nintendo Switch 2. Now, of course, Nintendo obviously are going to want to have Nintendo Music on the Switch 2, as it is one of those bonus features to Nintendo Switch Online. It's one of the special offers, it's one of the extra bonuses to Nintendo Switch Online. And if you're a fan of Nintendo Music, that is obviously a reason to subscribe to that service. It's another reason, it's another incentive to subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, and Nintendo, want as many people as possible paying out for Nintendo Switch Online, and that's another way they can do it. If they add Nintendo Music to, the Switch, I feel like, they could easily get a few more members on the service, because it's like, there's people that play single player games that only like to play single player games, they don't want to play online, but, they like hearing Nintendo Music, they like listening to Nintendo Music, so, they might subscribe just for the music. It's like, what, £1.50, £1.80 a month if you buy it for a year. That's a lot cheaper than something like Spotify. So yeah, some people might subscribe just for Nintendo Music. Don't feel like there's very many people that actually do that, but, I feel like there's a few out there that might actually do that, So finally, in conclusion, I believe that yes, Nintendo Music is going to come to Nintendo Switch 2, because why wouldn't it? Nintendo is technically kind of losing money from, subscriptions if they don't bring it over to Nintendo Switch 2, and I feel like it will make a lot of Nintendo fans very happy. Now, because Nintendo has this music service and it's not on Spotify, I feel like we'll probably never ever see Spotify come over to Nintendo Switch, because it kind of, clashes with Nintendo Music, and they don't want to do that. They'd rather people listen to Nintendo Music than, listen to something on Spotify, for example. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Will Nintendo bring Nintendo Music to the Nintendo Switch 2? Because I think that it is very, very likely. And, would you like to see it? Have you tried it out on mobile? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in another video. Cheers for watching.